Hello and welcome back to Macro Crunch. Today's video is all about what sort of supplements you should be taking when working out in the gym or just trying to better your diet in general. Complete disclaimer, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a fitness expert. This is just me speaking from experience and my own personal research. Contrary to popular belief, you do not need supplements whatsoever. They are purely just there for convenience, and this is something that I preach all the time on the Macro Crunch Instagram account. They are purely just there to supplement what you cannot get from whole foods or natural sources. Therefore, you do not need any of the products that I will be talking about in this video. This is purely just an advisal video on what you could be taking if you need to and if you want to. So, to get started, the 3 supplements I recommend taking are 1. A good protein source, 2. A good carb source, and 3. Something purely for convenience that's going to help you tackle cravings as well. So, as you can see behind me, we have quite a few different options, and I'm going to go through each of them now and hopefully give you my advice on what you should be taking or what you can be taking. First up, the one that everyone knows, a good protein source. My go-to in terms of whey is PBN whey protein. Now, PBN is a brand I've used for around a year now, and honestly I've never tasted flavour like PBN. This is a chocolate flavour that I have here. I also have strawberry up on my shelves over there, and the macros are incredible and the taste is also incredible. So just to talk through the macros quickly in terms of how this can be implemented into your diet. Per 30 gram portion, or 1 scoop, there is 118 calories, 23 grams of protein, and 2.3 grams of carbs, 1.8 grams of fat, and 1.7 grams of sugar. Now, that is fantastic macros for a whey protein. And like I said, the flavors are incredible. It is a little hard to get. They do have a website, but they sell mostly through Amazon, and you cannot find this in store, at least not here in the UK. But I definitely recommend it. For me, I've tried the banana, cookies and cream, chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, like I said up there. All of them have been exceptional. I've never had a protein powder, a whey protein powder that tastes as good as PBN does. Second to this, you also have the option of a casein protein or casein protein, depending on how you say it. Now, this one from Serious Protein, the bulk protein company, is a really great option. It's a 4 kilogram tub, and this cost me, I think it cost me £26.99 on discountsupplements.co.uk, which is a great site to get cheap supplements if you're on a budget, like I tend to be usually as a student. The macros in this are also very good. So per 30 gram serving, you're looking at 114 calories. You're looking at 23 grams of protein, 3.7 grams of carbs, and 1.6 grams of sugar, with 0.2 grams of fat, so pretty negligible fat. But casein protein is a fantastic option as well. I tend to use casein a little bit more than whey nowadays, purely because it's a slow releasing protein source, therefore it keeps you fuller for longer, and you tend not to need to have a secondary snack like I sometimes do with whey. It's all down to personal preference, find what works for you. I also buy this because it's really cheap and the macros are great on it, the flavour's pretty good as well. Nowhere near as good as the whey protein flavours. I always find casein has it has a much more artificial flavour to it, but for the most part, they're both great options. Next up is your carb source. Now, you may have already seen on the channel, we did a review for the complete strength cream of rice. This one here is the caramel biscuit flavour. I can't actually remember the rating I gave it. I believe it was 7.4. Either way, it was fantastic taste. It's got a fantastic taste. So you get 80 servings in this. This one is also a very cheap option in terms of a carb source. Now, of course, carbs is easy to get through natural foods. However, if you're looking to spike your insulin to increase absorption, if you're really into the science of it at that level, cream of rice can be great to add to shakes, especially flavoured ones if you're using an unflavoured protein or a protein flavour that would complement this. For example, if you were to use like salted caramel, for example, to go with the caramel biscuit, that could be quite a nice shake. The nutritional information, if you haven't seen the video where we reviewed this, is per 25 gram scoop, you're looking at 85 calories and 19.2 grams of carbs, which is a fantastic way of getting in your carbs. So all in all, Cream of rice is what I would recommend in terms of a carb supplement, but of course this is it's quite unnecessary because most of the time you will be able to get your carbs in through whole food, and carbs are in everything, well, most things of course, so you know, it'll be easy to get your carb source in. This is purely just for convenience, like I said, all supplements are. And the flavour's fantastic. I have this for breakfast sometimes. I sometimes even mix it with oats to thicken it up. I do put it in shakes sometimes. But for the most part, you know, it's just there if you want to increase your carbs, if you need a little bit more energy. Finally, we have a whole range of protein snacks. Now, these are the ones, nearly dropped it, these are the ones that I would say are purely for convenience. Now, your whey protein can be necessary if you don't like eating a lot. You know, your carb source with your cream of rice can be implemented as a little breakfast meal or a snack throughout the day. But these are all fantastic options as well, especially if you're like me and you have a real sweet tooth. Rather than eating, you know, a chocolate bar or a candy bar or, you know, some jelly sweets just because you want to or because you have that sweet craving, these are a great option, especially to replace chocolate. You know, there's a lot of different options out there in terms of protein bars. These right here, I've got a peanut butter high protein bar from Aldi here in the UK. Stay tuned for a review on this because there is going to be one coming very soon. I have a protein flapjack by CMP, which sometimes, this is the lemon meringue flavour. Sometimes I do take these for breakfast in the morning if I'm, you know, quick out of the door and I'm on my way to the gym super early in the morning. I don't have time to cook, you know, to prepare an actual breakfast. And I have a protein brownie by Oatine, which was kindly given to me by my dad. And all of these, they taste fantastic. You know, it's almost, I say that you want to keep healthier alternatives to around 80% of the original taste, otherwise they're not worth having. They're not going to satisfy you. And all of these are, if not on par with the real thing. This Oatine brownie, for example, has 250 calories and 17 grams of protein. If you were to eat a real brownie, think how much protein you're getting in that for the same, if not more calories, especially with a lot more sugar. And while sugar isn't necessarily the enemy, it's not necessarily a bad thing to implement into your diet, I always opt to have more protein with snacks like this. So I always try to choose a healthier option, just consciously. These are a fantastic option though. I would really recommend these bars that you can find in most supermarkets. Of course, this is the Aldi one. I know Asda do their own brand. Tesco do Tesco Active. They do a great brand as well. And then other supermarkets, you can easily find brands like Grenade, Warrior, even sometimes CMP, and you know, there's PhD, SciMX, some great brands that you can find. And it's just basically finding which ones you like. And once you find one you like, it will replace chocolate for you. Trust me, it's so convenient, and you're getting your protein in a simpler way. So that's it, guys. Everything in this video, like I said, is completely unnecessary. You do not need supplements in your diet to succeed with your goals. They're purely just for convenience. So please don't get it twisted and understand that you do not need supplements. But like I said, there is a time and a place for them. And if you want to implement them in your diet, that's absolutely fine. And we do encourage it. Like I said, I use them. So drop a like, drop a subscribe and a comment. Let us know what you want to see. And thanks for watching. Catch you next time.